Hi there, my name is Jonathan. I'm the founder and CEO of Common Sense Events, and I wanted to take a minute to welcome you to our company, explain a little bit about who I am, what our company does, and where our company is headed. I have behind me a poster for our podcast and a YouTube channel. It's called the Venue RX. And on that channel, I interview venue owners and operators, and we talk about best practices around operating wedding and event venues. And one of the things that fascinates me is the origin story. Like, where did this person come from? Where did this guest come from? How did they end up in the wedding industry? And so I'm going to actually explain a little bit to you today about where our company came from and how we got started and why we're in this industry and why we care so much about it and your place here on our team. Again, I'm so thankful for you joining our team. You are going to be an incredibly important part of us being able to serve the clients and the couples that we serve, regardless of if it's a baby shower, if it's a wedding, a celebration of life, some sort of corporate event. It really, really matters the type of people that we have on our team serving our guests. It's literally the difference sometimes between an amazing event and an amazing experience and an experience that's subpar and really doesn't take care of people and doesn't serve people. And so we're here for that. We're here to serve people. We're also going to talk about our core values. We're very serious about our core values here at Common Sense Events. We believe it's so much more than just kind of a plaque on a wall. We actually want to live them out. And so you're going to hear more about that in a little bit. I wanted to break down, though, our company and where we came from. So in 2014, I was in college. I was actually a junior. My wife was a junior as well in college. And we were trying to figure out what was going on. We were recently married. We had a baby on the way. There was a lot of stuff happening in life. And we didn't really know, what type of job we were going to get. We knew we needed to make money. And so I knew that I loved hospitality. It was a big part of my life growing up. And so I loved hospitality. I loved taking care of people. And I was working a bunch of different serving jobs and bartending jobs and busing and hosting and all the sorts of things that you do at restaurants, managing restaurants as well. And that was great. I loved that, but I realized I really could only serve people that were in my section during the time that I was clocked in. And so I was thinking about, okay, how am I going to serve more people? How are we going to broaden this scope? I come from a family of 4. My wife comes from a family of 8. And so at that point, we put it together and we started doing staffing. So that's actually where the company started. We started doing event staffing, primarily working with catering companies, with event venues, with planners. And we got to the place where we had almost 1,000 team members working with us. We were able to build it just from our family and friends to almost 1,000 team members in the Southern California area, serving some incredible events. I mean, we were able to do very large brand events like Comic-Con and Stagecoach, big golf tournaments like the Farmers Insurance Open. And then we also got to serve in the homes of high net worth individuals, doing smaller Thanksgiving parties and whiskey tastings and some really, really neat events like that. So we got a lot of hospitality experience from both ends of the spectrum. Fast forward to 2018, we actually got the opportunity to start our first venue. So it's a very large venue still in existence in San Diego County. And we launched that entire venue. We launched their tasting room program. And it was a really neat opportunity to learn so much about the venue industry. In 2020, of course, the entire industry got turned upside down on its head with a pandemic. And at that point, we realized that we either needed to, pivot a little bit and we needed to double down into events and venues and venue management and kind of go that direction, or we needed to really focus again on staffing. And at that point, the choice became clear for us. We wanted to be able to have higher touch with our team and work more closely with our clients. And so we started venue managing. In 2020, we picked up our second venue, and very quickly after that, we had our third. And every step along the way, we had an opportunity to learn something new. And that has been a common theme. And it's actually where the podcast came from, right behind me. So in 2020, I was looking for education, and I'm a lifelong learner. I was trying to figure out, okay, how am I going to run these venues better? How are we going to do a better job with marketing and sales and operations and everything else? And so I looked around and I didn't really find a podcast that I resonated with. And there really weren't that many resources for venues at that time. And so we started the Venue RX. Pretty much no one listened to it for the first couple of years, but we kept at it and we were able to interview some incredible guests. We've interviewed hundreds of venue owners, and we are listened to by thousands of people now. And it's really neat, the impact that we've been able to have on this industry. And that continues through not only Common Sense Events, not only the Venue RX podcast, but in 2023, we started something called WEVA. Now, WEVA stands for Wedding and Event Venue Association, and it is a purpose-built professional community for venue owners and operators. It's there to provide community and support for for venue owners and operators all throughout the US, just to give some standards and kind of a base layer of support for folks. Being an entrepreneur and owning your own business is very difficult, but especially in the venue space, there's not a lot of resources out there. So the Weeva community and association is purpose-built for that. And then, of course, the podcasts and the YouTube channel are all about free education for the industry. So I encourage you to check out the podcast, check out Weeva, and of course, CSE, Common Sense Events, the company that you're a part of, is the third piece of those three brands. Now, those three brands exist so that we can push the wedding and event industry forward. I believe that you are an incredible part of making the venue industry better. And I think when we have better events, when we serve people better, and when we're able to, at these events, really take care of them and make them feel special and make them feel seen, it makes a huge difference, and there's a huge ripple effect that can be made. And so we're gonna dive into that deeper. I actually, right now, we were founded in San Diego, and we've now moved out to Alabama. So we live in the South now, and it's been really fun to move out here. I was originally born and raised in Fort Worth, Texas. So this feels a little bit more like home where I was born and raised, but we're out here now. We're actually building a venue. So the schematic of that venue is right behind me. We're building a venue out here, and being out here in the Central Time Zone also helps to support the venues, because we have venues from coast to coast, from Connecticut to San Diego. So really, really excited about the company growth, and that's something that you're a part of now, serving, taking care of the clients, the customers, and everyone we get to take care of. In the next video, we're going to be sharing a bit about our company culture. I'm going to leave my email down below this video somewhere so that you can reach out to me if you have any questions about our company growth, any more questions about how we were founded. It's really, really exciting what we've been able to do. We just actually in this past December crossed 6,000 weddings that we've been able to take care of at our venues. And so it's just an incredible accomplishment for our team, and I'm really excited about the future for our company. So thank you so much for being a part of what we do, and I look forward to meeting you very soon.